that's where the good stuff is, when you start focusing on what kind of person you are and what your values are and start living in accordance with those. Because when I was living on this superficial definition of success, that's how I ended up going down the road that was making me really unhappy.
So we have here a newfound friend. She's an American, and actually we met her when we were staying at the airport, and then we're riding the van going to the hotel, and yeah, so she's one of the guests there, and we're just like so lucky because she's how do we call it, like a traveler, backpacker? Yeah, backpacker, and she traveled a lot. All right. Courtney Carville, right? Yeah, did I get your name right?
That's right.
All right. So Courtney, tell us so is it your first time to be here in the Philippines?
Yes, first time in the Philippines.
Oh, and you're from Houston,
Yes.
Texas. Houston, do we have a problem? All right, so tell us more about yourself. Yeah.
Well, I've been traveling for about 2.5 months. I started in New Zealand, and I was only planning to travel for 1 month. But I was having a really good time, and I actually met a couple from Spain who was on a long trip, and I asked what their favorite country was, and they said it was the Philippines.
Oh,
So that's why I wanted to go.
really, Philippines? Why?
Yeah.
From people from Spain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
They
And
said it was really beautiful, and the people were really kind, and they had a really good time. So.
and now that you've met us, so what do you think? Is it true?
Well, yes.
We're very friendly.
Very friendly,
All right.
yeah.
And so this is the second country. After New Zealand, you went to,
I went to Malaysia after New Zealand, and then to the Philippines.
to the Philippines. And so we're here in Batanes. Like before coming here in Batanes, where did you go?
Let's see. I started in Manila. I had to wait a bit to get a cheap flight to Coron.
Oh, Coron. Wow.
Yeah, I spent 4 nights there, and then I took an amazing boat trip with Tau boats between Coron and El Nido, and that was another 4 nights. And we stopped at islands around Palawan, and then just 1 night in El Nido, and I wish I had stayed longer. It was really
a good place.
It was pretty,
Yeah, yeah.
prettier than I expected.
The beach, did you buy some pearls? No.
I didn't.
As a traveler, as a backpacker, do you buy stuff?
Not really.
Not really?
Sometimes jewelry, but yeah, I try not to acquire things.
Oh.
So I'm pretty full up.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So you like Palawan. So after Palawan, then you went to
Then
Makati?
I went to Bohol.
Bohol?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So you saw what is that? A small monkey?
Tarsier,
Tarsier.
yes.
Yeah. Did you like it?
Yes, they're so
And did you
cute.
see the chocolate hills?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't taste like chocolate, but it looks like chocolate.
No, they're really a sight, and there's so many of them. I didn't realize there are
Oh,
thousands of hills.
Yeah. So after Bohol, and you liked it there, right?
I really liked it. I actually went up to Anda, which is really beautiful. It's on the east coast, and then spent a few nights in Panglao.
Panglao.
Yeah. Had some really good snorkeling. And then to Manila for 1 night, and then Batanes.
Batanes. Woohoo! So far, how do you see like the Philippines? Like how do you find the Philippines?
I think it's really beautiful. I think I'm just getting to know the northern part, and it seems different from the southern islands. And it's been a little bit hard, I think, to have really authentic experiences or to see what day-to-day life is like for Filipinos. Especially, the islands they're so beautiful, but it's pretty touristy, and they kind of like the things that you do there are arranged for tourists.
Yeah, arranged for
Which is,
tourists.
it's fine. And
Yeah.
I mean, I've enjoyed talking to all the tour operators, and especially Tao Boat's employees, only Filipinos, so it was neat to get to know them and hear about their lives. But it's hard to see it in action.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Batanes is cool. It's like it's a good balance. It's really beautiful, and you can witness.
And there are only 18,000 people here. Wow. Like it's a very small place, right? And then, but it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
And you're lucky because you get to be here.
Yes.
No, you get to visit here. Hey, I live here. I live in the Philippines, and yet this is the only time that I am staying here, right? That I've seen this place, right? And so far, you're loving the place. Oh, they're serving. Are they serving the food now?
Yes.
Woohoo! Oh, look at this. The bunong. Wow, look at this bunong.
Content niya is more on the native food.
Native food. Can I see, ate? Right. Yeah, sige nga, the bunong. Ayan.
Usually about 2 weeks into the country that I'm in, I'm just having a really good time, and I feel like completely engaged every day. Everything is new, and sometimes things are challenging, but it's always a rewarding challenge. It's never feels like a failure, and it's just so exciting and different every day. It's just really stimulating, and I feel more alive when I'm traveling, which is so different from, when you're at home. The day-to-day can be really taxing and it's monotonous, and sometimes you feel like you're suffocating a little. So that's why I keep going, and I have to keep going until I either get bored or run out of money, I guess. Probably run out of money first.
Do you work while you're traveling?
No, I think a lot of people do.
How do they work? Like they go on the internet and
Yeah, it seems I'm just going off observation, because most of the people I've met are on a sabbatical, so they're not working. But I've seen people kind of hunker down at coffee shops for a few hours each day, and
that's good.
yeah, seems doable. But I quit my job.
So you can travel.
Yeah, I quit because I didn't feel like I was in a job that was the right thing for me to do. And I don't know what to do next. So traveling is a bit of procrastinating, but it's still fun.
But all of these things that you're learning from different countries, like what do you do with them? But
With all
what
that
do you do with the
information?
information? Yeah.
I think I'm still figuring that out. But I try to keep a journal and like record what I'm learning and seeing and thinking. But I don't know where that leads me.
But you know what? Well, do you think that there's like really a purpose of you being a traveler? Like, is there a purpose of this one?
It's at least helping me get more comfortable taking risks. Sometimes, I don't know what the next country is going to be like, and I don't know even what the hotel will be like. But when I'm at home, it's really hard for me to pull the trigger in those situations. Like, I get so anxious that I'm making the wrong decision. When I'm traveling, I feel like I'm okay with whatever happens, because I know it'll be rewarding, even if it's sketchy or, yeah.
Oh, so it's not about like being able to like really go to different places, it's not about like going to Palawan,
Right.
Philippines, and then Taiwan, Japan, but it's basically like the process of
Yeah.
like you are becoming someone, while you're trying to figure out why are you doing this,
Right.
right? And yes, a lot of people like are trying to appreciate that already. Like they so focus with the end result. They so focus with this is what I want.
Right.
But then eventually, while they do what they do as they travel, they are beginning to. It's a process that they're beginning to appreciate. Like what you said, you're trying to appreciate risk. All right.
Right.
But it's good thing that you have the time to do that.
Yes,
right?
I'm really, really lucky, and I have the finances because I worked for a while. So, and I worked really hard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Happy for
So you don't know, like you don't. I like what you said. Like after the Philippines, and we will go to Taiwan, and you don't know, you don't have a plan. Like what's the next country, right?
Well, I think Indonesia.
Oh, yeah.
But what
Singapore.
keeps happening is I will meet other travelers who say, "Oh, I went, to X place, and it's really cool. You have to go." So, yeah. As much I think learning so much about myself, and I think the purpose is mostly self-discovery. There's also so much to see, and I found every country is just so rewarding to meet the people and you do all the touristy stuff even and eat all the food.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then when you said about like touristy stuff, maybe you can like stay in one place and
Yeah.
like try to like work as or like
Right.
be as a local, right?
Right.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Good thing that you have the time. Good thing you have
Yes.
the time. You have the finances, and until you figure out, what is it that you really want.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. And your parents are okay with that.
I think actually at this point they get it, but it took a while, and certainly for the first, I'm coming up on a year of not working, which is a pretty long time, especially in the U.S. Usually you wouldn't take that much time off because it's hard to explain. So for a few months I was definitely getting some unspoken pressure from my parents to figure out what I want to do. And that's why I planned to go to New Zealand just for a month, because it was just going to be like a vacation, not a self-discovery journey. But now that I'm settling into the trip and I keep them updated on what I'm doing and what I'm learning, I think they know that it's good for me, and they know I'm not spending all my money, which was a big concern of theirs.
And of course, like your safety, right?
Yeah,
As
yeah.
long as you're safe and
Yeah.
Because I'm a mom, right? If something will happen to my kids,
Yeah.
like I would like really get worried.
Yeah.
Hey, mom, how are you? Happy Mother's Day
Yes.
a couple of weeks ago.
We talked on the phone on Mother's Day. So that's
Wow. But I love it. Like again, you're lucky because you're this self-discovery
support.
thing,
Yeah.
right? You have the time, you have the finances, and you're learning. And I'm really looking forward to like, I don't know whether you're gonna write a book or you're gonna come up with a vlog. I don't
Yeah.
know. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
But we're really looking forward to what is the result of all of this.
I know.
What will you discover, right?
I hope that there is a result.
Oh,
That's
definitely.
something I worry about sometimes is, what if it just comes to nothing? But I think even if there's no physical results, I think I've learned a lot about myself and more confident, more open to things.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that is like one of the success principles that I teach, right? A lot of people, they're not focusing really on the result. It is who they are becoming
Right.
in the process of
Yeah.
getting that result.
And it took me until 33 to realize that that's where the good stuff is, when you start focusing on what kind of person you are and what your values are and start living in accordance with those. Because when I was living on this superficial definition of success, that's how I ended up going down the road that was making me really unhappy.
Oh.
So, yeah. It took some people figure it out earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It took me a while.
Yeah. And well, you're lucky that you get to do this after the pandemic, right?
Yes.
After
Thank
the
goodness.
pandemic. Oh. Wow, we're supposed to talk about her traveling, and we ended up like the process of the self-discovery.
Yeah. Sometimes it goes together.
And I love it. And Courtney, you're like one of my blessings for this trip. And
Same here.
you're a bonus. You're a bonus, right? You're a bonus. And it's nice to meet foreigners who are like really appreciating our country.
Yeah.
And it's so nice also for those people from Spain who mentioned that why don't you go to the Philippines?
Yeah,
Hey,
they loved
our country is like really a good place, and there are like so many things that you can still explore. You're not supposed to wear a tourist hat, so you get to appreciate more the country. All right, and we will see you when you've discovered yourself already. All right.
You'll see my face on the book cover.
Oh, yeah. And then I will get to say that, hey, I interviewed her. We were eating here
Yeah.
in Batanes.
You can be a chapter.
Oh, yeah, I could be a chapter. Oh, that's so good. And do you know how old she is? She's very young. We're not going to tell her. All right. Any message to our audience, right? Like, you feel like you want to share right now?
Stay open to new things
Oh, yeah.
and new people.
Yep. And of course, like, don't forget like to still keep in touch with your family.
Yeah. Say hi to your mom.
Yeah,
occasionally.
dear mom, occasionally. And of course, like the reason why she get to do this is because she already she made a decision that I want to try something new, but she was able to save money. That's like important, right? If you don't have the luxury of time, you don't have the finances. Oh no, you don't have a right to do this.
Yeah.
All right, you're lucky, girl. You're lucky.
Yes.
All right, so thank you again. This is Buddy of Somebody's Voice, and we are just like so happy to be with Courtney. Hey, Mom. Just
Hi,
safe.
Mom.